Hello, sweeties! Look, there's some really good news this week. It's true some of the planets are still staggering along in reverse, but on Tuesday, Saturn, the big daddy of all the planets, starts moving forward after ages of just being a huge pain in the butt. So that means, in different ways for all of you, there'll be a chance to fix an old problem. Just look out for ways. This week's important because after that, we have a fabulous full moon on Thursday in Aries. It's time to take our power back. And then there's a blue moon in October, but I'll tell you more about that later. It's all good stuff. Things are finally starting to move in the direction we want them to. Yay! Thanks for listening to Astrology with Linda Shaw. Don't forget to subscribe, it's free, and press the bell thing, you'll be sent reminders. That's enough of that, let's get to the stars. Libra, my little feather boa, are you having a good time yet? You should be. It's your birthday month, which means the sun is shining down on you and bringing good news. Then there's Thursday's full moon, which adds a little pizzazz to your love life, which actually should be pumping by now anyway. If it's a bit blah because of all the backward moving planets, such a pain, organize some romance. Spray the room with something delicious, turn on the music. The vibes will take care of the rest. And for now, all the rules can be ignored because those tedious obligations can be shoved to the bottom drawer. This week, you get to experiment with everything. There's enough money to give you options and maybe enough fairy dust to allow for some really wicked behavior. Yes, it's about time. You've been far too responsible lately. Have a jaw. That's it for Libra. Scorpio, my little dandelion, it's all happening at once. And you're wondering where to turn first. Balance is the key. As in, what the heck does any of it really mean, and how do you get what you want? Start with the career and money. The planets in your money house start moving forward on Tuesday, and they're doing it with a huge bang. You'll suddenly be asked to take over someone's business or, I don't know, start a new venture. There's big stuff happening. Pay attention. And don't worry about the family for now. Everyone who loves you is happy to stick around and watch you for a while and wait to see what happens. They're as excited as you are. That's assuming you allow yourself to feel something as down market as excitement, darling. The planets are slowing you down, helping you focus. Job seekers have fabulous prospects and you're looking good. Get selfish for a week. That's it for Scorpio. Sagittarius, my little daffodil. The planets of assertion, passion, and yes, maybe frustration, are traveling backwards through your love life. And so what if you lose your temper now and then? It's certainly a whole lot better than lying about with your head in your hands wondering what to do next. Still, you might think about more constructive ways of using this fabulously creative energy than being a giant pain. You know, like getting your own way, or finding out what the others need, or finally believing that you're as fabulous as you obviously are. You've got a couple of months to experiment. Meanwhile, keep an eye on the news. Events overseas will affect your income for the better if you know what you're doing. There's luck on your side, champions in your corner, and that gorgeous charm of yours will gain you entrance to a whole assortment of hidden doors. So remember to follow up on all new contacts. You know how slack you are about that. And most of all, have some fun. It's only when you're enjoying yourself that you attract real money. It's the law of the universe. That's it for Sagittarius. Capricorn, my little water buffalo. Are all your relationships being tested? Just look at it this way. Anyone who's either driving you nuts or using their charms to seduce you is simply reflecting a part of you back at yourself. Anyone you don't like is asking you to fix that part of yourself. The more people you're happy with, the more you're growing and blossoming. But still, there are always things to let go of. You have this peculiar habit of hanging on to stone-dead life forms, as in really crappy relationships, well past their sell-by date. You're so busy getting rich that you've left your personal life on the back burner. I'll deal with that later is your wonderful excuse. Well, bullshit. If you want your life to work on any level, you'll need some balance. What's that thing? All work and no play makes Jack an idiot and Jill a very boring girl in sensible shoes. Thursday's full moon will send you some new options. Pay attention and play a little. That's it for Capricorn. Aquarius, my little coconut. So, you thought all this fabulous technology you got hold of would make your life easier. Well, if you have a little patience, it probably will. It's just that you're expecting way too much of yourself, as usual. So what if you haven't invented a cure for cancer or built your own rocket ship? Everyone else knows how amazing you are, even if they do think you're a little weird. You're the one being called in to fix all their mistakes, aren't you? So just for a moment, stop worrying about your life purpose, which is currently taking very good care of itself, and think about that pathetic love life. Do you want one or not? A love life? Well, take off those ghastly plastic shoes, comb your hair. You need a change of energy and maybe a new outfit, you know. People rarely notice you when you look like a bag of potatoes. It's very strange, but that's just the way it is. That's it for Aquarius. Pisces, my little rosebud. What's going on here? Once again, you're battling with all that inner conflict. You're terrified of giving up your independence because, amazingly, you still think you're in charge of your life. You're not. Well, not right now. But you are in charge of your choices. Your real problem is that you're afraid of success, amazingly. You'd love a great relationship, but you're focused on what you'd lose instead of what you'd gain. You'd love success, but you're terrified of the pressure of maintaining it. Well, this is all garbage. The fact is you think too much. You're talented, you're fabulous, you're hugely desirable, and you have loads to offer. Just get out there and start. Start anywhere. The universe applauds action. The minute you get up off your butt, you'll have help. You're never alone, not for a minute. That's it for Pisces. Aries, my deranged little raspberry. Rounding up support for yet another peculiar mission, maybe a little harder than you expected, or not if you try using this week for networking and research, as opposed to flirting wildly with, everybody in sight. You can have a far greater impact if you know what you're doing. So stop fretting about what other people think. You're gathering momentum. And there are plenty of followers, all of whom are tottering obediently after you. Look at them. The real issue here is, do you know whether you're leading them? It's a good thing to know that. Thursday's full moon will give you a much clearer focus. For now, just keep moving forward. Any direction is fine as long as you're taking somebody somewhere. Your life is about to close one door and open a whole lot of new ones. Keep an eye on your money so you don't spend it all at once. You know what you like. But make sure you have all the fun that's available. Next week, you're going to have to start behaving like a real grown-up again. Yikes. That's it for Aries. Taurus, my little watermelon, for once, that ridiculously conservative, perfectionistic approach is working really well for you. Not that there's anything wrong with taking the slow route, as long as it's not one of those stop dead while I think it over for a century things. But for now, slow is good. There are changes coming that couldn't be included in the plan, so they're being added as you go along. It's almost as though you instinctively knew that. Remember that next time you doubt yourself, and then prepare for greatness. There's a fertile energy around, great for babies, money, new business opportunities, whatever you need. Meanwhile, how about reviving that flagging love life? Learn to lap dance maybe? Or buy yourself some fluffy handcuffs? Something. That's it for Taurus. Gemini, my little sunflower, this is not a bad week. Play your cards right and you'll get all your debts paid by someone else, hopefully. The planets want you stress-free so you can get back into your creative genius mode. Start drawing or maybe writing your memoirs. Just doing something that stimulates the juices. And then look out for money-making ventures. Say yes, please to everything. If you refuse a gift from the universe, no matter where it comes from, it'll think you don't want its goodies and it'll give them to someone else. Remember that. Not everything comes gift-wrapped amazingly. So take it slowly and be grateful. Let Thursday's full moon push you towards something bigger and much better. And watch the love life. It's dying of neglect. Pay attention, sweetie. That's it for Gemini. Cancer, my little kangaroo, what's going on here? People are suddenly paying attention and you're becoming one of those influencers, vomit, but that's fine. Every generation has its own jargon. You've realized something important. If you're not inspiring, you're expiring, as they say. The only thing holding you back now is that you don't have the vaguest idea what you want, which is so typical of you. So what you do is you take one tiny step at a time, working on the small, easy decisions until you get your confidence back. Don't stop though, not even for a moment. Paralysis is a killer, and boredom is even scarier. So Thursday's full moon helps you change your direction completely. It's reminding you that you have to let go of something that's already dead, so something alive can move into its place. Give it a bash. That's it for Cancer. Leo, my little jam donut. There are some amazingly fabulous work opportunities lurking about if you just open your eyes. Don't you dare fob them off because you're not in the mood. Emotional dramas, and when don't you have any of those, are never good reasons to let opportunities wash past. Besides, anything that really grabs you will feel much more like fun than work. This is your chance to create a really big adventure, and if anyone's holding you back, shake them off and keep on trucking. This is your life, not theirs. You don't need anyone's approval but your own. And speaking of your love life, which we were not, don't be astonished if it's become a little predictable. For now, that's exactly what you need. You've got money to make, projects to launch, and a fabulous future to create. Look at the love life a little later and just be grateful that you've got one. That's it for Leo. Virgo, my little hedgehog, your poor battered little body needs some love. Don't sit around waiting for someone else to take care of you. Thursday's full moon is inviting you to stand up and show yourself in all your glory. Even you're allowed to be vulnerable now and then. In fact, that's exactly when you're at your most powerful, when you're trusting yourself to be magnificent even if you're not perfect, which as we all know is hardly ever. And now, with so much happening at once, you'll probably be asked to do something that goes completely against your principles. So brace yourself. You may have to say something really rude. A few things actually. If you can't do it, you could be left at the back of the queue picking up other people's garbage, which won't be nice. But if you summon your courage, you'll be amazed at the support for your honesty. Trust yourself. Your inner leader is itching to wave its baton and sending you in a fabulous new direction. That's it for Virgo. Thank you, delicious creatures, for listening to Astrology with Linda Shaw. This is the perfect time to start believing in your own magic and to make something amazing happen. So, whenever you're out there in the world, protect yourself in a bubble of silver light or gold light, both good. Then ask your angels to help you. And keep smiling, even if you don't feel like it. Smiling changes your vibration. Give it a bash. Now, if you'd like to subscribe, just press the button, it's free. And have a great week. Remind yourself every 5 seconds just how amazing you are. Give yourself permission to succeed. It's important. Bye now.